if it was that I just had to play county cricket for the rest of my life, my decision to move to England would have still paid off. Obviously, it's gone on a bit higher than I thought it would have, and for that I'm grateful, but I just had a really good journey. Probably wouldn't change any part of it.
Over the last 12 months, Jofra Archer has transformed into one of global cricket's biggest stars. After incredible success as an integral figure in England's World Cup win and a searing debut in the Ashes, it's fair to say the young bowler from Barbados has had his life turned on its head. Joff and I have been friends for years, and I've traveled to Barbados to catch up with him and see just what life is like as Jofra Archer in 2020. Welcome to the Jofra Archer Story. First up, it's a trip to Joff's house for some lunch with his mum Joelle and his stepdad Patrick.
So what was it like growing up here?
I think it was pretty normal childhood. I think me and a lot of other children here would come home from school, take your uniform off and go outside, and whatever sport was being played in the neighborhood, you would play. So it doesn't matter if it was cricket or football or bicycle riding or what's not. He was always doing something in the evening.
I don't know if it's one of the things that, of course, everyone talks about, and everybody asks me too when they know that I know you well, is to just go, how you stay so chill, you know, which I understand is also like a thing that we get from growing up in the Caribbean, because compared to some people, I realize I'm quite chilled. So is that, you know, was that like growing up here too? Has he always been like that?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Never lost his temper kind of thing?
Yeah, it's only playing cricket. But
Only in cricket.
Oh, I need to hear this.
Yeah, well, only in cricket. And that's where I would get the most of the complaints for him. Like, cousins coming and complaining, Jofra not playing fair, or Jofra won't give out, he ain't out. And sometimes he would get frustrated by all the constant complaining. You tell him, come inside, it's time to come in.
So you've always been competitive?
Yeah, and if you get given out when you don't think you're out, I'd come home and bring my bat and my ball because they were mine. So the games would be over for the evening.
So then, when did you know? When did the cricket come that you knew, yes, I think he has something special? Like, yes, this could go to the level that we are today.
we used to go to Pickwick, which is like 15 minutes from here. We used to go there like every evening and play, just you know, in the nets. So he would bowl, I would bat, then I would bat, and he would bowl. And this one evening, he bowled me like 4 consecutive times. And I mean, like, and I was playing cricket. I was like, Joe, what am I not going to get a knock this evening? So then after that, I was like, you know what? Were
you genuinely trying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like a surprise to me. Like, we would bat every evening, and I would, you have a decent knock. But that one particular evening, 4 consecutive times I got bowled. I was like, oh, what happened? So then I was like, you know what? I don't think I bat to him in the nets much after that.
Yeah.
After I was like, Joe, if you can bat, I would just bowl all evening.
This is Pickwick Cricket Club, one of the cricket clubs in Barbados where Jofra played in his youth. As well as regular training sessions, on free evenings he would come down along with Patrick for extra practice in the nets. Patrick is a big figure at Pickwick, still coaching the youth program today.
What used to happen in his earlier days is that he would pack his gear bag in my car before he go to work with his clothes.
So you knew he was going to play?
Yeah. So when I come from work, I would call him. He would ride his pedal bike to the ground. I would drive here. We would meet each other here, and then we would we would practice until outside get dark. And one evening we were practicing and I tell Jof, just practice, you don't have to hit the ball too hard and so on. So for some unknown reason, he went in a cover drive, and hit the ball from the nets there. And the ball went in the air. At the same time, I can see the ball is going there. A car, just like this car, was traveling along the road, going down here. And I can just watch it and I'm saying, please, please don't hit it. Please don't hit it, please. And as I'm watching the ball and the car, the ball hit on the top of the car, boom.
Oh God.
Right, and then
Right
the guy,
on the front bonnet.
yeah, on the front bonnet. So it was like, oh my dear, you have to pay for a car now. So I started walking towards the guy to, apologize to him and ask him what he damaged and so on. So when he got out his car and looked up and saw it was me and Jofra, because the guy who lived closer here, when he realized it was Jofra and I, he said, okay, please, no problem, it's no problem. I'm like,
Just like that.
I'm like, you sure? He said, it's good, it's good. I know that car had damage, but the guy was like, you know what, it's good, it's good. Well, since then, Jofra bought him a nice drink, drink when he was coming in, so everything is forgotten.
Today, Pickwick Cricket Club is just as healthy as ever, and hundreds of the youngsters here are hoping that they just might be the next Jofra Archer. Maybe a little way to go just yet. And whenever Joff is back in Barbados, he often tries to make time for a visit, just like here with England teammate and fellow Bayesian Chris Jordan.
He's always welcome here. As a matter of fact, on a regular, when he's home in Barbados, I would let these guys know, and he would come down and he would give them a speech and have
to the kids.
To the kids, and question and answer, and then he would sign some autographs and so on. Of course, he's one of their idols, and as I say, whenever he come, like, just for him to come and have a talk with them and run around with them, is like, that's big for them.
Yeah.
It's like, to realize that he was here. What they're going through now is what he went through years ago. So for him to impact them, on them to realize, you know what, one day this could be you too. So yeah.
Of course, Jofra is one of the few who managed to make the transition from youthful cricketer into professional player. But there was a time in his life where he had to consider other career options, starting with the possibility of studying at the local Polytechnic University.
Even at one point in time when he didn't get a play and so on, he told me he bring home a form from Polytechnic and told his mom, yeah, I'm gonna sign up for the Polytechnic if I don't play. But then when he brought me, he said, what Polytechnic? Well, he ain't going to Polytechnic.
I went for 4 days. I went for 4 days.
What kind of classes?
I think I did agriculture. Yeah.
Jofra Archer, agriculture extraordinaire.
Yeah,
But he tried to sell me, one of his dreams to be become a veterinarian. And I was all with it, because vet agriculture, something along outdoors, something. And I kind of believed him too, and I would keep pushing.
So was the veterinary thing actually ever a real thing?
Yeah. If it was to happen, then probably she tricked me into actually doing it. I don't think it would be something I would not want to get out of bed for if it was something I had to do. So I wouldn't have mind.
But it was, of course, cricket that was always on Jofra's mind. And he was lucky enough to have something any cricket fan would love growing up. His own practice strip. Built by Patrick right next to the family home so that Jofra could practice anytime he liked. A newer concrete strip is being laid today so that when he's home, he won't have to go far to train.
Kind of got a bit tired of, commuting to the cricket ground. Well, not really tired, I'll probably do it, but this is a bit of extra practice. If you're bored, you much rather kill some time here than inside, playing video games or what's not. But it's a lot bigger than the last time, yeah.
Because what was it before?
was just turf. We just come up here, dig the turf up, and made a wicket.
And the rest is history.
Yeah, we went and borrowed a roller from the ground up there. We roll it, mark the crease, and then we would get some throwdowns and so on there.
But when did the pace come in? You know, when did you, I mean, I'll start with you, Joff. When did you did you ever just have a moment where you bowled and you're like, whew, hot damn?
Not really. It still doesn't feel quick. It feels normal, really. You know, you just don't have an idea of how fast you're bowling. I guess you see how other batsmen play the ball as well. Like sometimes if someone gets hit, you're like, why? It doesn't. Well, to me, it doesn't seem that quick. But yeah, a lot of people said that I do bowl kind of quick, so I take their word for it.
What I think a lot of people are lost on is how hard he worked to get where he is, and how intelligent he is as a person. People talk about he's an intelligent cricketer, but how intelligent he is as a person. That's why I'm so grateful for him going to England and so on, and getting that chance. You know, I say, all you can ask for is the chance, and he got that chance.
And he ran with it.
Yeah, it was always a lot of criticism as well. I think every tournament that I played in, you know, I remembered like the social media page for Hobart when they posted that I was gonna be there for the tournament. Everyone in the comment was like, "Who is this?" There was like, there was 150 comments, and about 140 of them were, "Who is this? Where does he come from? Never heard of him." Like all of those comments, you know. And the same with APL, you know. Even when they debuted for England, you know, they're saying, "Oh, he only played 10, 50 over games for his county. Why is he in the squad, really?" You know. And I just think, as Patrick said, you know, you just need a chance to prove people wrong and to prove people right as well.
I remember seeing this person post, who is this Jofra Archer? Why are we getting him? Why can't we get somebody, a better person? This is how about. And I still would like to go and find that note to reply to that person.
And just retweet it casually.
You happy now?
Like,
You happy now?
You were saying ...
Next time on the Jofra Archer Story.
It was emotionally draining.
Every single ball had its own bit of drama to it.
It was a whole buzz, excitement. There could be nothing else to finish it off. It's super over.
Joff also opens up on his Ashes debut and his duels with Australia.
They may be good guys off the field, but they're not your friend on the field, and well, it was pretty accurate.